Congressman George Santos' days in office just might be numbered. The chairman of the House Ethics Committee today introducing a new effort to expel him. It comes.
A picture.
What a picture.
I was wondering what Chris was smirking about. It comes after the committee issued a blistering report outlining a range of alleged personal spending usage for his campaign money. Botox treatments, travel and hotel stays in Las Vegas and Atlantic City, purchases at high-end stores like Hermes, purchases at Sephora, as well as OnlyFans. Chris, are his days numbered here? It seems like stuff like that might be the breaking point.
Drink it in, America. Get your last hits of the George Santos Express. This is your last moment. Drink it deep in because it's almost over. Santos has said that he's not going to run for re-election. The House... Yeah. Well, no, because for a while that was the threat that he was making. His credible threat to Republicans was, well, maybe I'll run again. Maybe I'll mix things up. Maybe I'll do whatever. So he's not. So he said he wasn't. He announced he was not going to run for re-election. That came ahead of the Ethics Committee's findings, and now the Ethics Committee recommendation for his expulsion. This is, Counselor, I expect, a part of a plea deal, right? This is part of this is a publicly negotiated, a publicly negotiated plea deal that also includes eventually what he's going to do with prosecutors to get to the point where this can finally be over. But I hope you all enjoyed it, you quarter zip enthusiasts, you weirdos out there that you've been talking about George Santos. But almost done.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was bifurcated, though, because this is the political process.
When you use words like bifurcated, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to use your legal experience to overwhelm us.
You've got the political process in the House, and that's going to have ramifications, like we talked about yesterday. But on the criminal side, those charges still stand. Now, part of his plea deal may be that he doesn't run again or can't run again, or he would resign. But this train seems to be moving on the political side faster. But he's still facing these felony charges, and the U.S. attorney is going to prosecute him unless he pleads out. Look for him to plea out of the criminal, the felonies, and look for him not to run. It'll be interesting whether they vote him out or they just let him die on the vine.
Yeah, they're not going to vote him out, okay? That was the whole point.
One thing we may agree
when they put down the ethics, the bottom line is an hour later, he said he wasn't going to do it. We have expelled 20 people from the United States Congress from both houses. Since the beginning of this nation.
Oh, yes. The last one.
Hold on. 15, no, it was not. It was Jim Traficant in the 90s. You're wrong about that, okay? 15 of the 20 that were expelled were because of the Confederacy. You have to be convicted in a court of law to basically be expelled from the House of Representatives or from the United States Senate. So until he is actually convicted, he's not going to be expelled. Therefore, he's going to be able to term out. Then he'll probably be convicted of something.
Well, you know, that's not in the law, that you have to be convicted by
I am telling you what the pattern is in the 20...
but that's not the law. That's misleading.
Okay, I'm just telling you what the history of the United States
He can be thrown out of Congress. And Traficant, you're absolutely right about that.
Thank you.
Traficant was convicted, and he went through the process. And by the way, he represented himself, too, which is a huge embarrassment. But be that as it may, on multiple fronts, Santos, because of his blind ambition to be an elected official, has brought his life to a screeching halt and down below everything.
Knowing our system, he'll probably run for president now. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised.
Trump, he'll be the running mate for Trump.
And we remember this. If George Santos had lost the election, as he expected he originally would under the original districts on Long Island, this was going to be a money-making enterprise. He would have made money, he would have gained a little notoriety, and he would have lost. The problem for, we overuse the statement, the truism, the dog who caught the car. Well, this is the dog that really caught the car, because if George Santos had been just a runner-up in a one House House race, he'd have no one would have known what he was making.
Are you serious about that?
No, I mean, I am not surprised by anything this guy does anymore. He is absolutely insane.
Trump or Santos? Oh, okay, yeah.
Santos is known to be a charming guy. So, I mean, there's a lot.
Is that serious?
No, I'm serious.
You're
not coming to his defense.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying he has been known to be a charming guy. How do you think he got elected? I mean, come on, with all this stuff.
By lying.
This is politics.
He got elected by lying, if you will.
So how many other people in Congress have been elected by lying?
Got caught.
This guy's different.
I agree.
He got caught.
Coming up.
He's a nice guy, though.
I said charming. I didn't say he was a nice guy.
Charming and nice.
Coming up. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.